Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. For these pages, I will be just discussing with you some ways of checking your answers, whether it's correct or not. So the answers here, some of them are correct, some of them are wrong. So we'll just get straight on. First question here, the diagram shows a fair spinner numbered 1 to 5. The score is the number the spinner lands on. So the score are the numbers. The spinner is spun once. Find the probability that the score is 3 and even. So looking at the answers given here, so there's a 50-50 chances that this answer is correct. Why? Because for probability, you have 3 acceptable type of answers. One is if it's in fraction, another one if it's in decimal, and the third one if it's in percentage. But fraction shouldn't be more than 1. Similarly with decimal, and for percentage it shouldn't be more than 100%. That means if you calculate and you get a mixed number, then that's wrong. So the score is 3. So score is 3. How many are those? There's only one. There's only one score 3. That means it's 1 out of how many all day together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 or 5. So that's wrong. The denominator is correct. Total outcome is 5. However, the 3 here is not the 3 of the question. Should be represents how many 3 are there. So there's only 1 3. So same thing with the even. Total outcome is correct here, but the number of even number should correctly identify as number 2 and number 4. So there are only 2. So that means the probability is 2 out of 5. Now the spinner is spun twice. The scores are added together. Complete the possibility diagram to show all the outcomes. So this is called the possibility diagram. Now, when you want to fill in the empty spaces and you do not know what to do, we can look at the existing numbers that is given. So for example, here 2. Why does this space here is written as 2? So if you look at the numbers on the right and above of it, it's 1 plus 1, 2. So number 3 here is because 2 plus 1, it's 3. So that means these values are taken by adding the top row and the first column. So this should be the answers just by adding the top row and the first column. And with that, find the probability the outcome is 4. So this is a fraction. So 50-50 is correct. Let's look at the outcome here. So if we count the outcome here, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means a total of 25. So the total outcome shouldn't be 36, 25. So for this person counted the whole thing, which is not, because the first row are the values. So shouldn't count the first row, shouldn't count the first column. Okay, only the one after that. And so you count how many 4s there are. So 1, 2, 3. So there was only 3. So 3 out of 25, 3 4s. So the probability of outcome, so which means you look at this space here. Okay, that is what it means. So find the probability that the outcome is greater than 6. Again, it's a fraction here. So 50-50, that is correct. However, as discussed, total outcome is not 36, that's 25. And how about the outcome is greater than 6? So greater than 6, that means does not include 6. include 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this person correctly identified that there are 10 outcomes that are greater than 6. And this person would have gotten the correct answer if correctly identified the total outcome is 25 instead of 36. Let's look at the next one here. The exchange rate between dollars and Malaysian ringgits is $1 for $1 equivalent to 4 ringgit and 19 cents. And then the dollars with Pakistani rupees would be 179.12 Pakistani rupees. Find the exchange rate between Malaysian ringgits and Pakistani rupees without the dollar sign anymore. Okay, so writing this down. So that's the Malaysian ringgit. That's a conversion with the Pakistani. So therefore, what can be said would be the Pakistani is equivalent to the Malaysian ringgit given, because both of these is equivalent to $1. So we can simply write that down. Divide both sides with 419 because we want to find the equivalent of 1 Malaysian ringgit. So 1 Malaysian ringgit. So we divide by 419 there, 419 there. Simplify by using calculator. So for this one, this person did that correctly. Simplify it correctly and finally get the correct answer, 42.75 Pakistani rupees. Okay. Farhad invests 1,500 in an account paying compound interest at a rate of 4% per year. Compound interest there. And also Gulsan also invests the same amount but in an account that pays simple interest at a rate of X% per year. Don't worry about it. Okay, Farhad and Gulsan has the same amount. So they have the same amount in their accounts at the end of 2 years. Calculate the value of X. So looking at the working here. So this person wrote that one, so that means using X for simple interest, okay, which is interest is equals to PRT. Okay, and then this one would be the compound interest at 4%. Okay, so for compound interest, the formula would be, that. So that means if it's equivalent, so should be equivalent of amount and amount. So amount for Farhad, that's correct. However, for Gulsan, the formula that this person used is only for interest. That means to find the amount, it would be the principal plus interest. That means what should be done here should be okay, that's the should be the principal plus the interest. So from there we already know that that is wrong. Okay. And then the final answer 12.5 is quite too far off than 4%. So we know that it is wrong. So the mistake that is made here was the principal was not included. Amount received for simple interest account should be the principal plus the interest. Okay, and where interest is the principal multiplied by the rate multiplied by the time. So correcting this one and then simplifying. So let's do this. So we have 1,500 plus 1,500 times x times 2. That is equivalent to 1,501 plus 4 to the power of 2. Simplifying. Hold on. So this one, this is where most common mistake made. So this one shouldn't be 4 because it's supposed to be 4%, which is equivalent to 0.04. So that means rectifying that. So that'll be 1 plus 0.04 to the power of 2. Simplifying. So similar thing with this one. That would be supposed to be over 100 because it's x%. Simplified to 30x. The other side simplified to 1,622.40 cents. Subtract 1,500 both sides, and you get 30x is equals to 122.4 divided by 30 both sides. So x is equals to 4.08%, which is not far with the one with compound interest. Okay, so that means your final answer would be 4.08%. So for this person, solving is correct. However, because the initial equation was wrong, so the subsequent answer was wrong. So no marks can be given here. If you're working in any of your working that's present this number, you get 1 mark for that one because you have correctly calculated the compound interest. Okay, right. This one shouldn't be a problem. So this one, most of you were able to do it. Just count what's the pattern. So there's 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. So obviously the fifth pattern, number 5, would have 5, and then it would be same thing on the sides, and then the shading part follow the same exactly how it goes from pattern 2, 3, and 4. And then part 2, total number of triangles. So shouldn't be a problem with this one. This one should be you can easily count with the existing diagram that you have. For pattern number 6, you can figure out the relationship of the total number of triangles with the pattern with n. So we have 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25. That means for pattern number 6 is just 6 squares equals to 36. And then if you look at the pattern here, so that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. That means the most logical sequence would be if you add the next number with 5 to get 15. And then for the number of white triangles, you can see the pattern between total of number of triangles and gray triangles. So 16 minus 6 is 10, 25 minus 10 is equal to 15. That means that is for the final one, 36 minus 15, you should get 21. Okay, this is all seeing the relationship between the numbers. That means that write down an expression in terms of n for the total number of triangles. Discuss that one, so that will be n squared. Write expression in terms of n for the number of white triangles in pattern n. So for this person has figured out that the answer is n squared plus n over 2. So let me write down it here. N squared plus n divided by 2. This is the n term for white triangles. Number of white triangles. So let's check. When n equals to 1, so that would be 1 squared plus 1 over 2. That is 2 divided by 2, which is equals to 1. Correct. Let's check when n equals to 2. When n equals to 2, that means 2 squared plus 2 over 2. So that is 4 plus 2 over 2. 6 divided by 2 is equals to 3. Correct. Let's check with 5. When n equals to 5, just to confirm, 5 squared plus 5 over 2. That means 5 squared is 25 plus 5. 30. 30 divided by 2, which is 15. So it's confirmed. So definitely this is correct. Now, how does this work? So let's see how this person did it. So listing down the sequence there and looking at the common difference, they are not the same. So that means this is not a linear. So it can't be in the form of this n plus b. It can't be because there's no common difference between each of the terms in the sequence. But following that one, finding the difference of the difference, then it can be seen that they all have common difference. That means definitely there's an n square in the pattern. If let's say this difference is not equal as well, but the next one is equal, then it would be n cubed and so on. Okay, but definitely this is not a linear one. So n square. So using n square, finding the value of n square, because we still need to know what's the relationship with the existing sequence here. Okay, so with 1, 4, 9, 6, 12, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. And then with n there, trying to figure it out. So this person plus n and get 2, 6, 12, 20, 30, which is still exactly doesn't derive with the original sequence. However, when this person divided by 2, each number, it does equate with the original. So that means that's the sequence. So this is one of the trial error that you can do as well. Okay, so n squared plus n over 2 can also be written as half n squared plus half n. Also works. Can be written as half n squared plus n. Okay, same thing. Let's look at the next one here. The third term of a linear sequence is 34. Eighth term of some linear sequence is 14. Find the value of the first term of this sequence. So what this person has done is this person has written down the n, and then following what is given, third term is 34. So third term is 34. 8 is 14. Okay, so let's check first the answers. 44. Find the value of the first term. Yeah, that could work because the numbers decreasing. The numbers is decreasing. That means the number at the beginning, it should be bigger than 34 and 14. So could be 50-50, that is correct. So how does this person did it? Finding the difference between 34 and 14, so the 20 and 20 divided by 4, because 1 2 3 4, so that's 5. So that means from 34 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, get 14. Let's check. Minus 5. However, if this is the third position, that means 4, 5, 6, and that is the 7, not the 8. Supposed to be the 8 is the 14. So that means that's where this is wrong. So where actually is wrong? So finding the difference of 34 and 14, that is correct. However, should be divided by 4. It should be divided by, so that's 1 2 3 4 5. There are 5 spaces there, so should be 20 divided by 5 equals to 4. So instead of minus 5, should be minus 4. So 34, so let me do this one here. 34 minus 4, 30 minus 4, 30 minus 4, 26, minus 4, 22, minus 4 is 18, minus 4 is 14. So that checks out. That means to find here plus 4 plus 4, so that's 8. So 34 plus 8 should get 42. Okay, find the value of the first negative term of this sequence. Now you see this person, what this person did, because negative, so this person just put negative with the first term sana. So definitely that is wrong. This is paper 2, so you can just easily do this calculation with your calculator, starting with 14 there, minus 4 until you reach a negative number, which is minus 2. Calculator there helps. Transformation question. Describe fully the single transformation that maps shape A onto shape B. Rotation. Is it a rotation? So does that rotate to that? Definitely not, because if it's rotation, then it would look something like this. So definitely I don't have to look at that. I don't have to look at that. That is totally wrong. So what it is actually, it is reflection. So it helps if you draw the line of reflection. It looks something, it's somewhere there. So if you look at it, those distances are equal. Those distances are equal, same as when you look at the mirror. Okay, the distance between you and the mirror and you and the mirror to your reflection should be equal. Okay, so definitely. So what is this? This is when your y is positive, your x is negative. 2 minus 2. That means y equals to minus x. Okay. Just erase that one. So there you go. Means, and besides, if it's 2 marks, guarantee it's not rotation and it's not enlargement. It's either reflection or translation, because rotation and enlargement, both of this description will be given 3 marks. Okay, so that's one of the things that you can use as well. So definitely this one is not. So it's reflection in the line y equals to minus x. You mentioning reflection, that's 1 mark. The line y minus x is another 1 mark to get the full 2 marks. Shape A is mapped onto shape C by an enlargement of scale factor 3. Two of the vertices of shape C are 2, 5 and 5, 2. Where is this one? So definitely the most possible is that side. Okay, it's a corresponding side. Find the coordinates of the center of enlargement. What we can do, we can complete it if you want. If you choose not to, that's fine as well. But since we're giving the scale factor 3, we can just proceed. So that's 2. So times 3, that means 6. So vertical line here is 6. Automatically here it would be the other side would be here. And then close it off, complete the shape that. So that is your C. Okay. And then finding the center of enlargement. So using this existing, what we can do is you should connect to find the center. And then finding, and then the other corresponding points, you would see that both of these connect at one point, which is here. But let's just confirm it with another point, corresponding point, join it up, and also it meets at that point. That means this is the center of enlargement. So the coordinates would be minus 4, 5. Means this is not it. Okay. It can't be 2 because if it's 3, 2, then the image would be going that way. Okay. So can't be. So this person get no marks for that one. No marks for here, no marks for here as well. Find the area of shape C. Shape C. We just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 12 solid square. Half triangle here, half triangle here. That's combined becomes 1 square, so that's 13, and another half here, so that's 13.5. So that's one of the options that we can do. So definitely this person will get that. Okay, another way of calculating area from graph. Transformation T is represented by the matrix 0, 1, minus 1, 0. We can do the calculation here by multiplying the matrix with the coordinates of A. We can write down all of the coordinates. That's fine. All the coordinates of the vertex of A. Okay, simplifying that one, 0 times minus 1, z0 minus 4, so minus 4 minus 1, and here would be minus 6 minus 1 minus 5 minus 2 minus 6 minus 2. That's your multiplication of matrix. Using these coordinates, plot it here. So we have minus 4 minus 1, minus 6 minus 1, minus 5 minus 2, minus 6 minus 2. So using your ruler, join this, and this is shape D. Okay, so for this person, no marks for this one because it's not attempted. So what actually is the transformation for this one? So we look at the shape that is given. So definitely that is from A to D. Definitely that is rotation. If you look at it, it's 3 marks. So it's either rotation or enlargement. It's not bigger, so it's definitely not enlargement, so it's just rotation. So 1 mark for just writing rotation. If you can't figure out where the center is, that's don't worry about it yet. But we look at where the direction is. So it's going against the clock. So that would be anti-clockwise. Just 1 quadrant. So logically that would be 90 degrees. And here is where the tracing paper is useful. So you can pinpoint where do you think the center of rotation is, and then rotate which one matches. Then that would be, in this case, the center of rotation is 0, 0. And there you go. 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark. Okay, so description. So remember, if the question for transformation asking you to describe and it's 3 marks, so 2 options, either it's rotation or either it's enlargement. If the description is 2 marks, so that would be either translation or reflection. Okay. And okay, so I think this is the last one. Okay. In the Venn diagram shade, the region presented by P union Q means P and Q. This one is not shaded, so that means it's wrong. Needs to be shaded. All of P and all of Q need to be shaded. That means all of P and all of Q, everything, including in the middle. Use the set notation to describe. So X union Y means X and Y. But here, everything except in the middle, which is actually the intersection. So to be accurate, it's X intersect Y and outside of it. Next one is filling out the Venn diagram. You have the given factor of 40, so you do need to list down factors of 40. So that's 1, 42, 20, not 3, 4, 10, 5, 8. And because the universal set is until 10, which means this one is not included for this particular question. Odd numbered, so that's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Using this one, identifying some common elements there. So 1 and 5. So 1 and 5, that means that's correct. And then making sure all the elements are in there. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10. So that's accounted for. And B is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 should be here and not here. And then double checking if we have all the elements of the universal set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1 wrong. So for this person will not get full mark. However, this person will get 1 mark. to complete. So A complement intersect B. That means shouldn't contain any elements from A. That means this is wrong because 1 on 5 is A. So that means the answer is 3, 7, 9. One element of irreversible set is chosen at random. Find the probability. Remember probability, there are 3 types of answers only considered. It's fraction, decimal, percentage. Definitely this one is wrong because it's a whole number. So to be correct, what's correct answer is you need to find how many are there in the intersection, which is this one here. There are 2 out of the total outcome would be 10. So you can give your answer to a 10. You can give the answer 1/5. In simplest term, that's fine as well. Okay, that's it.